Good morning, my tubies. It's Sheila True Love. It is, I think, 5 o'clock in the morning, and I am making this video because someone called me yesterday at my job at around 3 o'clock. Oh, and just going forward, my tubies, as you know, I leave my phone number at the bottom. At the bottom in the description area. I leave that number there so in case you want to talk about things, and I'm more than happy to do that. You just deposit $7 in my cash account, and I will definitely answer all the emails because I've been getting a lot of emails and calls. Anyway, someone called me at 3 o'clock. And by the way, when you want to call and speak to me, 8 o'clock is the best time. 8 o'clock in the evening, and on the weekends, yeah, I go to church on Sunday from 10 to 12:30, and on Saturday, yeah, I'm pretty much open. So yeah, but going forward, please, if you need to talk to me, 8 o'clock in the evening is the best time. That way you'll get me. So I spoke with this. I didn't get a chance. She was talking to me at my job. I listened to what she was saying briefly. I told her I'm at the office right now and I can't really talk. So she called me later that evening and she left me a detailed voice message saying how she was messing with this this is an older woman. I think she's like maybe 69, 70, which that was shocking to me because I figured by the age of 69, 70, you're done with all of this. And this is not the only older person that I've spoken with. Um, I, I figured at 69, 70, wow. Anyway, she was dealing with this narcissist. She said he's 69 or 70 and he's out there having sex with 14-year-olds, but he hasn't been caught yet. She was explaining that this character have ripped her heart out and he has done so much damage. She said he has totally taken away her self-esteem. That's gone. I haven't gotten a chance to talk to her further yet because it was late. I asked her to call me because I knew she really wanted to talk. So I said, well, call me at 6. The best time to get me though is 8. Anyway, I go to bed at 10 o'clock. So normally at 8, from 8 to 10, I have that time for my tubies. But she was explaining how this character have done so many narcissistic things, and unfortunately they live in the same building. I think she lives on upstairs, he lives downstairs, so she's constantly running into him. If you're out there and you're listening, please call me again. Try to get me again at 8. But anyway, I was in shock because I figured at a certain age all of this would be a thing of the past. But I guess not. Anyway, I'm saying to my tubies, and I really wish that the women would listen. I keep telling women, before you decide to get involved with these dudes of 2019 or this millennium, things have changed drastically. But before you decide to get involved with these dudes, make sure you have already established making 3 good friends, 2 female friends, 1 male friend. They could be 2 female friends, 1 male friend, and I'm not talking about with benefits. No, that's not even a friendship. That's called your lover. Really, I've never believed friends with benefits. No such things. But anyway, it could be 2 female friends and 1 gay guy. That'd be cool too. Because excuse me. The reason I say this is because when the person, the dude that you've met, when he mess up, and he will, when he mess up, you're going to need support that you could fall back on. So before you even get out there in the arena with these lions, please, it would do me a world of good. And it will help me not to worry so badly for the women of today, because I'm like, You have got, what's so wrong with having two good girlfriends or even three good girlfriends? Establish that first. Why do you, before you go chasing after these dogs? I still say I ain't never seen no cat chase a dog, so women need to chill with that too. They really do. Fall back. But anyway, make sure you have that in place. And also, when you start a relationship or you get involved with one of these characters out here, and I'm saying character to be nice, you know they're going to try to bust up your friendship. They're going to try to destroy your friend your relationship with your family. They try to bust up your friendships, or they want to meet all of your people. But you'll notice how you never meet all, and I mean all of their people. They want to piggyback off of you, meet all of your folks and all of your friends, so they could piggyback and try to make your friends their friends. You know what I mean? Or so that they could try to poison people's mind against you. They don't want you to have any outside support. Once they start abusing you or treating you badly, the last thing they want is for you to have any friends or family to fall back on. So once you establish these 3 friendships, 3, please don't even think about dating. Don't even think about no guy right now, please. Anyway, they're going to try to piggyback off of you, meet all of your people, but you're never going to meet all of their people. They may introduce you maybe to their family, whatever, but when it comes to their friends and their hangout spots and all these little hole in the walls that they go to, no. So if I'm trying to tell you, don't introduce them to your friends. Do not introduce them to your friends, because all they're going to do is try to destroy that. And he's like, well, you don't want me to meet your friends? No, actually, I don't. I have my love life, my marital life, or my dating life, or my whatever life separate from my friendships. And that's how that go. Because that's how I used to do with my ex-husband. He wanted to meet all of my people. How come I never got to meet all of his people? He never brought nobody to the house. Maybe once, and that was, this guy only showed up one time. He had this character that he couldn't stay away from. I never met that character. You got all these females that you know. I've never met any of these females. All the people's numbers that's in this character's phone, how come I don't know those people? But yet, you want to know all of my people. So, you live and you learn. So going forward, do not introduce them to your friends. And make sure you establish these friendships. Where do you go to meet different women friends? Take a class. Find something that you're interested in and take a class. You're going to be seeing this person on a regular basis. So that's how friendships are established. When you know you're going to see the person on a regular basis. Also, if you go to church, that's another good place to establish friendships. I know you have a lot of females out here. They are not looking to make friends with other females because they're so busy chasing after some dusty until they don't want to establish these friendships with other women, but they need to. Because all they're doing is getting hurt, and then they have no one to fall on or nobody to help get them through it. Like if the man that you were with and they hurt you, but you got your girls, your girls, they're going to take you out. They're going to make sure you're not sitting at home isolating. They're going to make sure you get out there and you're going to meet new people. You're not going to be sitting up there just obsessing over what is this character doing, or you're sitting there hurting. No. Because if you have your girls and you have your friends, they're going to come over to the house, like let's say Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. They're going to spend that time with you, and you're not going to be alone. They're going to come over to the house. They see that you're a little depressed. They're going to sit there and not hardly talk. They're going to let you talk. They're going to ask what they can do around the house to help you out. They're going to go in the kitchen and cook for you. These are what women do. We nurture. We're nurturers anyway. That's why it's important for you to establish friendship with other women. At least 2 women and 1 guy friend. So, you have your guy friend. So in case events come up and everybody may be coupled off, but you always have your guy friend, who you guys could go out together with all these other couples. If you're really not interested in getting into a relationship, it's always good to have that. I think that's just wise. The Bible says, be wise, my child. Be wise. Like when these guys, when they get in these relationships, you notice how fast they jump into something else? They don't sit around there moping and crying and all of this nonsense. No. They have their homeboys. Their homeboys say, yo, dude, what's up? What's up? There's other females out there. We got to get you out of this funk. And they take this Negro out and they introduce him to this girl. He's laying up with that one. He's laying up with this one. He's not sitting at home sulking over you because he has his homies that you probably didn't know about. Or he has some female friend that he had on the side where he goes to hang out at her house and he's spilling the tea with her, telling all of your personal affairs. That's called emotional cheating anyway. But I think you understand where I'm going with this. And as for the little lady who's out there hurting, she says she's been going through this for over a year. And what saddened me, it always makes me cry. It really makes me cry when I hear women say how they allowed some dude to tear down their self-esteem. I had a neighbor downstairs. She had just given up. She wanted to date because she was lonely. A neighbor downstairs. And she used to come to my house for coffee. And we used to do coffee and pound cake or whatever the hell. And I go down to her house sometime and we do coffee and talk. And the things that she was telling me and how she said, I have no self-esteem. She has no self-esteem. And I was looking at her and I really started to cry. And I asked her, how did that happen to you? And she was talking about how badly these guys had treated her and how this happened to her and how these men have ripped her self-esteem totally away from her. I'm getting emotional even talking about this early this morning because that's ridiculous. How are women going to sit up here and let some dusty dude's opinion mean more than what you know about yourself? You know you're a good person. You know you deserve good things. You know that you're a hard worker. And you know that you're nurturing, loving, and kind. You know this. So you can't let some stupid narcissistic, which is totally mental illness, be the one who validates your worth. You cannot do that. Let me tell you, when it comes to Sheila True Love, somebody try tearing me down, I dead them. I get rid of them. Like if they have too much of a wandering eye, that's somebody who's trying to tear me down. And the reason, let me tell you why I get upset when it comes to certain things. When it comes to being with a man who has a wandering eye, it's all about the word treatment. Treatment. You see, it's not that I get jealous. No, I get angry and I get annoyed. Because I think about how they would treat some females better than they would treat others. And let me go into detail on that. What I mean by that is you have these dudes out here who would treat one woman better than they would treat another based on just because she has a certain type of body or just because she has a certain look. They always do these things based on shallow and superficial things. And that angers me. Anything that deals with injustice, my birthday is January 5th. As you know, Dr. Martin Luther King is January 15th, and he couldn't deal with the injustice. Everybody was letting it go for years and years. Martin Luther King had to stand up and he had to speak out. He had to. So I must have that same spirit inside of me because I can't stand injustice. It eats away at me. It really does. How are you going to sit up here and value her and treat her better just because of what her body looks like? That's ridiculous. Let me give you an example. Two people are working at an office. You have one person who does nothing but lollygag, don't hardly do any work, goes from office to office, hanging out, drinking coffee, hanging out at the water cooler, chit-chatting away. And then you have the other person who's a hard worker. They come in early every day. They work like a dog. Anytime things need to be done, everyone in the office know that they can rely on that person to get it done. This person comes in early, they leave late every night. Now, when it comes to the pay, being paid, they pay the lollygagger more money, the one who hangs out at the water cooler and hang out in everybody's office, they pay that person more money than the hard worker. How does that sit with you? Okay, let's think about raise time. It's time to get a raise. They give this character a raise and they don't give you anything. Does that seem fair to you? Well, not to me. And that's the part that pissed me off when it comes to these clowns, these no good niggas out here. They'll sit up here and treat this female way better than they treat the Proverbs 31 type of woman. And that's not right. They'll sit up here and give this skeezer all the attention, want to take and wine her and dine her at the best of restaurants, whereas they'll take you to some chicken joint on Central Avenue or try to take you there if you let them. They want to take you to Burger King. Yeah, not this girl. Not Sheila Truelove. No. Because I get highly offended. Why? Because I am a Proverbs 31 type of woman. And you know, men can only treat you the way you permit them to treat you. And I hope my girls understand that by now. Come on. We're at an age, you're not 19, you're not 20, you're not in your 30s. Come on, you should be woke. Come on, babies. That's the part that pissed me off. And the first thing people would say, you're just jealous. Oh, yeah, you're just... No, sweetheart, it has nothing to do with jealousy and everything to do with disgust. You know? Just because you're disgusted by things, it don't mean that you're jealous. You're disgusted because that's not fair. That's not right. Now, we are not children who live in fantasy land somewhere. We know in the real world, things are not fair. We know that. But when you have a partner... When you are with someone, things should damn right be fair. You shouldn't have to deal with all of this unfair and all this other crazy. No. So don't put up with it. And please get those 3 girlfriends or 2 girlfriends and 1 guy, preferably gay, because gay, you don't have to worry about them trying to push up on you for sex and all of that. And then gay, you can have them in the bed with you, when you're hurt or when you just want company. You got your gay buddy, hopefully the gay person is asexual or celibate, because you know how the Bible feels about that kind of thing. But you got gay people who are gay, but they don't act on it. They're asexuals. They're gay asexuals. So it's either 3 girlfriends and 1 guy or just 3 girlfriends. And then once you have that in place, then get out there back in that dating arena, because it's a lion's den now. This is not 30 or 40 years ago. It's a goddamn lion's den. I'm so glad I got past the tears and I'm back to laughing, Today is Wednesday. Yeah, I think I'll be working late at the office tonight. Yeah, today I'm definitely going to be working late at the office. And I just wanted to put this video out here in place for my beautiful, beautiful Teletubbies and my Tubies. I love you. And at the same time, I'm hoping and praying to Jehovah God through Jesus Christ that you become wiser and wiser and wiser. Okay? This is Sheila Truelove, always loving you. And don't ever forget that you always have a choice. I'll talk to you later. Bye for now. Don't forget, if you need to talk to me, call me at 8 o'clock. And I go to bed by 10. Saturday, Sunday, I'm available. Except church is from 10 to 12:30. And then normally after church, We do potluck. We go to one of the people in the church's house. We either go to their house or we usually go out for lunch or brunch, if you will. We have lunch after church. So on Sunday, I'm usually home by 5, 6 o'clock on Sundays. All right. I love you. Bye for now.